Hi YouTube, it's Raj here from If You Ask. It's March 2020 and this is my budget Skullbriar the Walking Grave black-green Commander EDH deck. It's probably power level 4, 5 or 6, so it's a casual play. And here we go. Commander is obviously Skullbriar, based around his ability to get counters when he does any damage which goes combat damage on a player, and the counters remain when the Skullbriar returns to the command zone. So it's good. It's a good little player. Good little card even. Let's have a look. So we have Swiftfoot Boots, Hexproof and Haste, nice and cheap to cast, cheap to equip, and Hexproof, that's the main feature for this we're using it for. We've got a black-green Checkland, Sakura Tribe Elder for some ramp, Blessings of Nature to hopefully miracle out and put 4 counters on Skullbriar, or with some of the other cards in the deck that could be 5 or it could even be 8. Basic land, some more tokens or more counters going on to Skullbriar, sorry. So cheap to cast, cheap to cost, cheap to equip, and we put it onto Skullbriar. With this Eternal Thirst, we get lifelink, and whenever a creature dies, or from any opponent, we get a 1/1 counter on it. So in EDH, in our pod, we play 3, 4 or 5 player, so there's generally creatures dying. Rogue's Passage, this is pretty cool. It's expensive to use, but makes it unblockable, so we get Skullbriaring every turn. If you've got Hexproof on Skullbriar and you've got Rogue's Passage, then that's quite nice. Forced Adaptation, cheap enchantment, every turn it gets bigger. Basic land. Feast on the Fallen, beginning of each upkeep, if an opponent lost life, last turn put a 1/1 counter on target creature you control, so we'll put it on Skullbriar. Bit of protection for Skullbriar, gets indestructible. Basic land. Shape of the Wittigo, 6 counters on it. Yeah, solid. Hot Soup, almost feels like an uncard. When I first saw this, I thought, crazy, no way is that black border. That really sounds like a silver border card. Just the name and the flavour text, but that's solid as well, makes it unblockable. Basic land. Enchanted, yeah, Canopy Cover gives it can't be blocked except by creatures with flying or reach, so it gets a bit of evasion, and also it can't be the target of spells or abilities opponents control, so that will be hexproof. Rishkar's Expertise, draw cards equal to the greatest power among creatures you control. So if we have Skullbriar out and Skullbriar is large, then we get a load of cards, and then we can cast a card from our hand without paying its mana cost as well, but mostly in for card draw. Black-green Tapland, probably need to get rid of that and put something better in. Vorak Battlehorns, enchanted creature has trample and can't be blocked by more than 1 creature, so trample is really useful for this, so that Skullbriar can't just be chump blocked. Basic land. Evolutionary Escalation, yeah, we get +3/+3 each turn on our Skullbriar, and then we just dump counters on an opponent's creature that we don't care about. Return to Kazandu, more counters on Skullbriar. Rancor, trample on Skullbriar, basic land. So Doubling Season wasn't in this budget deck originally. The budget deck was around $40 US, and I think Doubling Season is around that. So you can take Doubling Season out and just replace it with something, anything else really. Vigor, yeah, protect your Skullbriar. We've got basic land. Ring of Colonia gets trample and counters as well. Soul's Might, pretty much double the number of counters on Skullbriar. Basic land. Indestructibility and lifelink for some, for life, and also if we need to protect Skullbriar. Snake Umbra, we get to draw cards. Basic land. Rampant Growth for some ramp. Indestructible with Withstand Death, so protect Skullbriar. Basic land. Hunter's Insight, so we've got instant speed damage using Skullbriar as the base. Mask of Memory deals combat damage to a player. When a creature deals combat damage to a player, draw 2 cards and then discard 1. So more card draw, always good. Green-black, tap land but you gain life, but I don't like lands that you have to enter play tapped. That's yeah, painful. Signing Blood card draw. Yeah, really good in our pod. Forgotten Ancient. Yeah, it gets big whenever any player casts a spell, and if you're playing 3, 4, 5 players plus, then it gets loads of counters. So this gets big quick, and then you can just dump them onto something else. So we will put them onto Skullbriar. Basic land. Land draw with the Fertilid for some ramp. Solidarity of Heroes, double the number of counters on Skullbriar pretty much. So a bit of protection with Supernatural Stamina. Vivid Growth, so we can get black out of it as well for twice in the game. Fear gives our Skullbriar some evasion. Biogenic Upgrade, more counters on Skullbriar. Basic land. Gearhulk, more counters on Skullbriar. Corpse Trap Menace. Now, if one or more +1/+1 counters will be put on a creature, twice that many are put on instead. So really good in this deck, since we're all about putting 1/1 counters on Skullbriar. Elvish Rejuvenator, more land ramp, basic land. Bit of removal and some ramp for us. Death Sprout. Farhaven Elf will be some ramp. What have we got here? Destined and Lead. I nearly said lead then, but Destined, so we get some indestructibility. And then all you can do Lead and make everyone block it. Basic land. Putrefy, Artifact or Creature removal. Rex Sage, so we've got Artifact or Enchantment removal. Basic land. Unspeakable Symbol. Now this is interesting because if we have the right support cards out, we can get sometimes we can even get 1/1 for pay life to get counters on. So if you have Doubling Season out, and if you've got various Corpse Trap Menace, things like that, you can dump your life into your Skullbriar. Golgari Charm. Destroy enchantments, regenerate Skullbriar, or kill loads of tokens, kill loads of 1/1s. Basic land. Wasteland for removal. In our pod it's normally used for Maze of Ith removal. That really hurts if you don't have hexproof on your Skullbriar. Predatory Hunger gets Skullbriar bigger. Ranger's Guile gives it hexproof. Basic land. Winding Constrictor, another token buff if one or more counters will be placed on a creature you control. That many counters +1 are placed on it instead, so that's quite nice as well. Basic land. Prowler's Helm gives it some evasion, makes it so that it can't be blocked except by walls. Basic land. Gives it Death Touch and Lifelink. Lifelink's nice if you're getting lamped on. Loxodon Warhammer, Trample lifelink, so this is in pretty much for Trample. The lifelink and the power buff is a good bonus. Basic land, basic land. Suspicious Bookcase for more evasion. Hunger of the Howl Pack, more counters. Basic land, black-green land. Key to the City, so it's card draw and also gives it evasion. Ring of Zathrid. Gives it regenerate and also increases counters on it, so that's always good. Spider Rumber Totem Armor, that's what it's pretty much in for. Reach is a nice bonus in case the opponent's got big flyers, but generally you're just concerned with getting in with the Skullbriar every turn. Totem Armor gives it some protection. Vivid Marsh, so we can get black out of it. Harmonise for card draw, basic land. Casualties of War, really good. Yeah. Just really good for just changing the play state of the board. Alpha Authority, hexproof, that's really good value. Basic land. Peer, another one of the one that increases the number of counters. You get number of counters +1 whenever counters go on. Blade of the Blood Chief, more counters whenever creatures die, so that's good. Basic land. Increasing Savagery, 5 creatures or 10 creatures if flashbacked. Brawn, you want to get it in your graveyard as soon as possible, and then you've got Trample. Basic land. Ordeal of Nelia, so that's buff, and it's also ramp, so that's really good if you get that out early on. Read the Bones for card draw. And the last card, Underwhelming, is a basic land. So there we go, that's my Skullbriar deck. And nice budget deck, really fun to play. and yeah, in casual power levels 4, 5, or 6, you can win. We had several wins with Skullbriar, and it's a fairly fast deck because the casting cost is only 2, so you get it out second turn consistently, and it's got haste as well, so it comes out second turn, starts hitting, and once those counters get on it, they stay on it. So yeah, a really nice cheap commander. Thank you for watching, and please like and subscribe for more content. If you've got any comments or you think there's some cards that this deck would need, please add in the comments, and if you want any requests for future content, just put it in the comments, and if I've got the cards, I'll do a video on it. Bye for now.